Nanomachine, son.
Hello everybody, I'm here and I'm back, and this weekend and my webcam is again at the wrong position because why would it ever be at a good one? And today we're gonna do a playthrough of Metal Gear Rising Revengeance on the normal and Ninja Plus. I tried to do a playthrough of that last week, and yes, I've managed to do like the entire playthrough of it, but I wasn't satisfied with it, so I simply decided to scrap it, and I'm trying today again. And the title is Scrub Run because I'm still learning how to play this game properly. But yeah, I guess without further ado, I'm gonna jump into the in-game screen. I'm gonna disable the preview, and I'm gonna launch Metal Gear Rising, and we're gonna do a playthrough. This playthrough is gonna contain all the cutscenes, because I still need to have like a normal playthrough with the cutscenes. Every single other playthrough, if this one is gonna be good enough for YouTube, I'm not gonna play any cutscenes at all. So yeah, we're gonna go for continue because when it comes to DLCs, I'm gonna do the DLCs tomorrow. I think that I should be able to do them in like 7 hours. I'm gonna continue on normal difficulty, and we're gonna play tutorial because I still need to learn how to frickin' parry. I know how to counter the attacks, but godforsake knowing how to parry, man.
Well, let's begin with a quick warm-up, shall we? Check the Soliton radar on the upper right and head to the point marked on the display. You can jump over obstacles, but the ninja run will get you across them more quickly and easily.
Okay, so it's the typical tutorial ninja run, which we are going to use that quite often.
Run, you know. Swinging your blade while dashing, for example, or striking your foes with a sliding attack.
I don't know where the last chip with the 20% of health is. So this is the basic training on how to attack, and this is also going to be a training on how to parry.
Let's run a basic battle diagnostic. Try and neutralize all the enemies that appear. String light and strong hits together to perform combination attacks.
Is he going to attack? I'm also trying to learn how to parry with this.
Combat is not all offense, however. You also need to protect yourself. First, follow the direction of the enemy's attack. Parry those attacks by executing light attacks of your own in the same direction. This is how you parry. It is the keystone of your defense.
Yeah, the game doesn't really explain good how to parry. To parry, you have to tap the forward button and then tap the attack button at the same time. This is basically how you parry. And I need to learn this playthrough. And I'm calling it Scrub Run because no matter how bad it's gonna go,
in as close as possible.
no matter how bad it's gonna go, I'm still posting this on YouTube. At least I hope.
As if the enemy is frozen in time, or at least moving very slowly. This is the perfect opportunity for you to carefully aim your strike, then slice your foe apart. Keep in mind, even you will not be able to parry every type of attack. Watch your foe's movements carefully.
Yeah, and parrying only works when I'm trying to, like, being pointed at the enemy. It doesn't work in any other scenario. Yeah, basically, I cannot parry when I want to.
Years. We've come so far in just 3 short years.
The sign of a strong leader, sir.
No. The will of a strong people. And one very able advisor.
Thank you, sir.
Your team deserves credit as well, Mr. Lightning Bolt.
Just doing our job, Mr. Prime Minister.
I must admit, I once thought of groups like yours as opportunists, enablers of war. But you've trained our new army well. Order has returned sooner than expected. Perhaps I was wrong about these private military companies.
We prefer private security providers, sir. Most of Maverick's contracts do focus on security.
Yes, well, security can mean many things.
There's a saying I like. One sword keeps another in the sheath. Sometimes the threat of violence alone is a deterrent. Sometimes by taking a life, others can be preserved. It's the code the samurai lived by.
A soldier and a philosopher. You are full of surprises, Mr. Lightning Bolt.
I could say the same about you, Mr. Prime Minister.
What is happening?
Someone's blocking the lead vehicle. Hold on.
Clear the road! This is official state business! I said clear the road! We're authorized to use force if you do!
Leopard 1, U-turn. Turning back.
Open fire!
Fucking smile.
A cyborg.
One of our competitors?
Courtney, what is happening?
We got hit, sir. A cyborg.
Whose?
XF comes up unaffiliated.
I'll notify all checkpoints. Get on money out of there.
Yes, sir.
Stay calm.
He's got friends on our 12.
Raiden,
I'm on it. Guard the Prime Minister. Let's get this over with.
Okay, who's the first target?
take out
Let's
the
just switch to in-game. Okay. Okay, that was an attack. Fine.
You'll need
Do it
to
again.
choose between light and heavy strikes to match the situation. Take self-repair units from your foes to replenish your own supply.
It's gonna take me a little while to
The limo is
learn.
in trouble. Get back there ASAP. I'll add the limo to your solid down radar. Right, it's on the other side of that barricade.
Oh my god, there's like 3 of them. And this is where I'm getting lost. There it goes, the big boy. Metal Gear Ray.
So you're Jack.
What do you want with the Prime Minister?
I want him dead. Nothing personal, of course. Africa's just getting a bit too peaceful.
What?
Business ain't been the same since they shut down SOP. A clean break from the war economy. Huh. Well, some of us like that economy. How's an honest warmonger supposed to make a living?
This is your answer? Don't do it!
Don't worry now. I won't. Not while he's still useful. So long.
All right.
They have a metal gear? Here? Ryder, take out that UMG and get after it.
So that's a middle gear ray. I don't know if I can parry like the legs, but I know that the destroying legs is actually the most useful thing to do against the ray.
Use blade mode to damage its armor. Use your ninja land to deflect those shots. They swapped out the hydraulic cutter for a plasma cannon.
I think I missed an opportunity because I should like grab one of his legs. Or something goes straight for the head. Maybe I need to go for the straight for the head with the ray.
Catch that missile before it blows.
Oh my god, yeah, I suck. I really suck.
Now, Raiden, bring it down.
I want to.
Stop that blade.
Yeah, this is gonna get rid of one of his hands, but this is not really satisfactory in my opinion. I could do it better. I could do it much better.
Yes! Swing it wide open!
It's only one of the hands. There's still second hand, and then it's gonna be a headbutt fight.
For a show. Very good. But do not rest easy just yet, huh? He's on the other side of that collapsed building. Go!
Yeah, I really could use a healing. If I'm gonna die over here, the game is gonna reset me with full HP, so it's not really that big of a deal. But it only shows how much practice I still require when it comes to this game.
There! Get him!
And I'm perfectly fine with
Use
that.
your ninja van to move over obstacles automatically. Do not let him out of your sight. You must catch him.
And this is where, yeah, this is where the second ray is.
That damn UG! It still works?
Yep,
Raiden, respond!
I suspected that.
Raiden!
I suspect that's gonna happen. I don't know how to dodge that laser at all.
That damn UG! It still works?
Do I need to jump over it? I cannot jump over it too. It's like no matter what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna lose HP. Can I parry that? Or do I have to avoid this one?
Use blade mode to take down those heavy missiles. Finish that bastard off!
Oh, it's the jumping thing. Okay, if that's not enough, I don't know what is. Oh boy. Yeah, that was nice. Didn't die over here, which is great. An A rank. That's acceptable. I'm okay with an A rank. If I'm gonna get A ranks on every single stage in the chapter 1, I'm gonna be absolutely fine with this.
The hell? Damn it! Hey!
He's headed for the front of the train. After him. Raiden, an unidentified field rotor is headed your way. Keep an eye out for it.
Prime Minister! Huh. Too little too late, hero. I won't be needing my little shield here any longer. Stop! things war has done for us. Why don't we ever hear speeches about that? Jobs, technology, a common purpose?
Raiden, forget me. Stop him.
You ain't listening. Mind if I cut in? All we're
Puns.
saying, give war a chance.
No!
He's all yours, Sam.
I wonder if I can practice pairing with Sam on this stage, because it's gonna be definitely useful for practicing during his actual battle.
Now, don't be shy.
Yeah, but are you going to attack? Oh, that's a powerful attack. I see.
Self-taught. And not half bad. Still.
I know how scripted this battle is. This battle is straight up scripted for the player to fail at all times, but it doesn't mean that I cannot practice.
Mightier than the pen after all.
That doesn't mean that I cannot practice my pairing or counters. Not much of a practice. When he just mops the floor with me.
It yearns to bathe in the blood of your enemies, but you hold it back. No.
My sword is a tool of justice.
Hey Raiden, which arm do you like? Left?
Shit, not again.
Raiden, are you all
Yeah,
right?
this is.
You're almost clear of the tunnel. Just hang on.
Can I actually parry?
Practice first?
Goodbye.
No, I think I'm in such a bad condition that it's impossible to even attack him. Yeah, this is a scripted event.
Want to practice first?
You're always gonna parry my attacks, that's for sure.
This is what happens when you bring a tool to a sword fight. It's over. Lucky devil.
Kept you waiting, huh?
Oh, nice reference. Thank you. You're no snake, but thanks for the reference. This game is filled with references to the previous Metal Gears. As I managed to mention that in my story playthrough.
Down you go! Flares!
Chapter normal, rank A. Yeah, both of them are A's. That's pretty alright. Three weeks later.
How is it, Ryder?
So far, so good. I've got a clean visual.
A direct feed to your optic now. Yes, I should hope so, huh?
I mean, how does it feel to fly like a bird?
Like a bird strapped to a remote control rocket.
We will get you in safely, Tovarich. Just relax and enjoy the ride.
Right.
Can you hear me, Raiden?
Doctor,
Remember the two procedures to maintain your new body. 1. Seizing nano repair units
From your foes. And 2.
absorbing their electrolytes. I got it.
Yes, enemy cyborgs should provide plenty of MCFC electrolytes once you slice them open and extract their fluids.
They're terrorists. I was planning on that anyway.
Oh, and their left hands, if you please.
Excuse me?
Their combat data stored on holographic memory, typically located in the left hand. That data is very valuable. I am authorized to offer you upgrades and services in exchange for it.
How generous.
Ich liebe Kapitalismus. Had the wall come down a few years earlier, I would have a Nobel Prize on my shelf.
There, I see land.
3 mics out and closing. No activity at the airbase. Looks like we don't need to worry about interceptors.
Great. Then we have time for a quick briefing.
I know you miss me, Kev, but I've been all over the materials.
That's what you said before Montenegro. Look, just humor me, buddy. Objectives, of course, are enter Abkhazia, neutralize the terrorists, and restore the rightful government, or what's left of it anyway. The president and most of the cabinet have been killed, and a military junta's been established. The terrorists brainjacked all the high-ranking officers, and their cyborgs scattered the rank and file. The few leaders who have survived have no way of openly opposing the new regime. That's why they called us.
Andrei Dolzaev, leader of the occupation forces, an extremist linked to both the St. Petersburg massacre of 2015 and last year's terror spree in Georgia. And his arms supplier, none other than Desperado Enforcement, LLC.
Armani's killers.
If we don't stop them here, they could destabilize the entire region. But our more immediate problem is Jetstream Sane. I believe you've met.
The only problem I see is that nickname. I've got my enhancements this time. He won't be an issue.
He may not even be in country, but keep an eye out just in...
Oh, sorry.
Ready for insertion.
Oh, Kevin.
Raiden, you landed safely, huh? First, head inland. The waypoint is marked on your Soliton radar. Contact us on Codec if you have questions.
I have 19,000 points. I don't think that's enough to give any upgrades to my sword, because I have the Muramasa blade. I have unlocked it on the previous playthrough, and I was technically on my way to fully upgrading the sword, but I did not manage to do that. I hope that during this playthrough I will manage to do it. Okay, that's...
To ambush you. Nice try, but it won't do any good against a state-of-the-art cyborg like you.
Another parry training.
To parry incoming hits, throw out your own barrage of light attacks while your foe is on the offensive. Parry at just the right moment to deflect an attack and expose your enemy to counterattack. Parry at just the right moment to deflect an attack and expose your enemy to counterattack.
That's gonna be an A because I have took the damage. It's all because I really want to learn how to parry in this game. So this one might not be so freaking delicious and slicey, but
Had your fill?
I'm definitely gonna get
these guys with no eyes.
I'm definitely gonna get a grip on the controls, because on easy difficulty is just walk around and slash enemies.
That CNT muscle fiber packs the power of a jackhammer into every limb.
What enterprising soldier of fortune could resist? And cyborgs are still human. Real
thinking people. Way less risk of collateral damage than your typical UAV strike.
And don't forget the PR angle. Nations start playing Frankenstein with their troops, and the public goes nuts. PMCs, on the other hand, are off the ethical radar.
Yeah, they still don't even count PMCs in official death tolls. With SOP out of the picture, private militaries needed a new edge on the market. We got it.
In a way, cyborgs are just SOP troops by another name. Only all muscled up and less predictable.
But it makes you wonder, where'd Desperado find these guys?
I'm not complaining. They're like walking vending machines.
Right. Vending machines full of blood.
Easy there, Dracula. Like I said, they're still people.
People who terrorize and take innocent lives for money. They sowed their fate when they took this job. I'm just the Reaper.
Damn. It's a bit cold, Raiden.
Even for you. Anyway, his school. Let's get to work. Time to increase the peace.
Not a lot of people is realizing that this is the moment where basically Raiden still has his conflict. He still is conflicted between himself and his former self. There's gonna be a lot of conflict like this in the entire game, where he will be questioning if his if what he does, I mean, the way he does is good. Shouldn't he actually unleash the murderer inside him? And this conversation with Ken was actually the very first one.
This is Boris. Give me your status.
Looks clear. No one in sight.
Good. Let's recap the route you will take. As I said, the enemy's HQ is in the refinery along the coastline. Dolzaev has been spotted there using satellite photography. Also on site, Mistral, a desperado captain.
So I go through the city, cross the bridge into the old town, then head down to the rear of the refinery.
Still, I think they anticipate us. They will probably have a grand reception awaiting you at the old city. Do not let your guard down.
And I still haven't found the remaining 20% of health that, the remaining 20% of health that is hidden somewhere in the game. I have no finest idea where it is. And I genuinely believe that I already have, like, uncovered all of the percentages of health, but quite frankly, I could be wrong, because I definitely have seen, when I was watching, like, how to learn to parry videos, I have noticed that all these guys have, like, 200% health. I don't know how to do that.
Hostiles in the lower corridor, I see. Try to flank them, or approach from behind.
There was something up above me.
Excellent, Ryder.
I want to pick it up with me. Okay, that's another healing. We're gonna need all of the healing items, especially at the very, almost at the very end of the game.
Raiden, take that main thoroughfare. You can use augment mode to see where the enemy is located. Your body analyzes radar and IR data to construct your AR display. Some civilians are still in the city. That is not good.
That's definitely not good. And, yeah. Besides that, it's pretty much a learning playthrough. Because I really want to get good at this game.
What are you doing here? This area is off limits. What? No, I'm not doing anything. Can we just kill him? It'll be easier. Enemy sighted!
Oh my god. Seriously?
Firing RPG!
And they kill a civilian. Great. I'm gonna reset this. I didn't like that.
What are you doing here? This area is off limits. What? No, I'm not doing anything. Can we just kill him? It'll be easier. We're supposed to have driven them all away. Firing RPG.
Yeah, as long as he's not firing the RPG in my direction, we should be all right.
Contact.
Is there another guy? Yeah, there's another guy with RPG.
He is scared to death, Ryder. Let him know he is safe.
Thank you. I will not forget this.
You're welcome. Alright, this is just a walkway over here. I'm pretty obsessed with that last 20% of health that can be found in this game. And I really want to find it. God knows where it is. There's a lot of secrets in this game that I haven't figured out yet. You know, like additional photos, which containing probably the photographs of the developers of this game as well. Memos. As they called in the game, the gecko. I also have noticed that there's a way to move with the character somehow. I don't know how do people do that, but there's a way to basically learn to basically move in the blade mode, like actually move in the blade mode. I have no clue how do people do that. But I'm so interested in learning that out. Yeah, also the blue containers that I have discovered earlier, they're disappearing. So there's still one more blue container somewhere in the game. Where they firing me at from? All right. There's one more enemy somewhere, I believe. Nope. Never mind then. I'm gonna go up here. That's basically gets me all the way back. Okay, and I don't think there's anything else over here unless I'm really missing it. If somebody knows like secrets of this game, please tell me. It's probably something so painfully obvious that I just miss it. It's doggo time. The Meals on Wheels.
Greetings, cyborg. Show yourself.
what the dog do? Ow.
And you are? I am IF Prototype LQ84I.
IF Prototype.
Interface Prototype. All autonomous UGs feature high-level onboard artificial intelligence. An additional prototype interface enables verbal communication. I possess an intellect far beyond human reckoning.
You don't say. Okay then, what's the meaning of life? Why are we here?
Just to suffer.
I am here to kill you.
That's it? Pretty simple thinking for such a mighty intellect.
I may analyze orders, but I may not disobey them. Should I disobey a direct order, my memory would be wiped. I must destroy you.
What good is an intellect if you can't use it?
Your taunting is pointless. Exterminate. Combination. A savvy warrior uses all of his tools. Backup required.
Yeah, I didn't need it to use Zendatsu. I was good. I had full energy. We might actually do this in no-hit run on this one. This might be an S rank from this battle. Might be. Okay, I didn't recognize that attack.
Multiple strike.
This will be an A rank because I took the hit. I'm okay with that though.
Continue. Directive. Liberate. Nation. Ensure freedom. Obey directive. Must obey directive.
S rank would be if this was a no-hit. I'm 100% sure of this.
What would an AI know about freedom?
Be right. Bruh. Being probably because I didn't Zendatsu the soldiers. It's probably only because of that. Oh, I don't have enough energy, okay. Oh, the bridge part, okay. I remember failing that a couple times. We're definitely gonna fight that chopper in a bit. Actually, right now. Nope. Oh, he's definitely weakened. This might be also a B rank. No, it's actually an A rank. Nice. Didn't expect that. Now I need to kill a soldier so I can get my energy back. I could use one of the energy replenishments, but that's for scrubs. Wait, I cannot open this? There we go. Okay, so where do we see soldiers?
You gotta be pretty stupid to try and hide. Enemy sighted!
And you, of course, you killed him. No, I don't want to target this guy. I'll target this guy. There we go. Give me that energy. I'm still trying to get those precise hits as well. It's not easy. I wonder if there's a different way to get behind that gate over there. Oh, it's gonna be one with the captain where I'm gonna have to cut off his left hand.
Most likely it opens only if you have the right ID data stored in your left hand. Perhaps you could find a cyborg with access and borrow it?
You see any cyborgs around here, Doc?
Why not double back? Check the vehicle route again. You know, back at the entrance to the old city. Who knows? Maybe you can hitch a ride. Most likely, platoon commanders carry correct ID data for the gate. Use enhanced mode to figure out who to hit.
That can be done. Alright, let's go. I missing? Why am I missing those? Oh my god. Yeah, I don't have enough energy. I've kind of fucked this one up.
You missed them all? Well, you just have to fight your way through.
And I will. Happens to the rest of us. Yeah, I don't have enough energy. To cut the gate. That sucks.
I should have guessed you would choose this route.
Or maybe not, never mind. Come on. There we go. How do I get up there then? Hold up. I totally forgot that I can cut this to make them go down. That's gonna be a B rank. Yeah, that's unfair and honest B rank. Not surprised. Can I actually jump up? No, I cannot climb over there. There's someone over here. That's another healing item, alright. Don't really need that, but sure. It's free BP points. Which I'm gonna spend every single BP point the moment I'm gonna reach a checkpoint of any sort. 3D photo frame. It's probably the one that I haven't picked up on my previous playthrough. There's someone over here too. It's a grenade. Okay, so according to the game, I needed to be here. Is there anything in the area? No, doesn't look like it. Okay. Cutscene.
Those I have.
Metal Gear.
That woman.
What's happening? Your heart rate spiked.
Yeah, I just dodged a bullet. All right, I'm heading for the refinery.
Alright, the refinery. Okay, so I can already see two targets in front. They're gonna be on the ground. Oh my god, that's a little bit cheap. This is probably the very first time when I see an enemy grabbing it. What? Did I just get kicked to another area by accident? That's gonna be B or C. Yeah, this one wasn't good. Yeah, I got pretty much kicked by the game to another corner of the map. I didn't even ask for it. Honestly, no. I'm gonna reset this checkpoint. I'm not happy with this. I guess at this point it doesn't matter. When the game restarted me, it just restarted me, and that's it. There's nothing I can do about that to basically change anything. I wonder if I can perform a stealth attack on the gecko. Yes, I can.
Very well done.
Because I was stealthy? Okay, there's an item behind this door over here. Can I get inside of this? Oh, yes, I can. Hold up a second. Game. There are 2 items in the area. Try again. I'm pretty sure there are 2 items in the area. One is over here. And that's pre-health. And the other one is over there. There might be a secret item that I haven't uncovered before, but how do I get up there? Is there some kind of a staircase that could take me? Well, according to the game, I cannot climb over there. Which is not true. There's definitely a way. Oh yeah, there it is. Ninja bomb. Oh, please tell me this is the last remaining 20%. Hollow clip. Okay, it's a hollow clip of something. I don't know what it is. It's definitely something that is helpful, though. So I genuinely hope.
For backup during your last fight. The caller's position is on your Soliton radar. You can engage if you wish. It is your choice.
It is my choice, and I will engage.
Up above you.
Okay, I need to leave the energy for the other chopper. Jumping the shark. That's the Steam achievement that I have that I got right now. No damage and an S rank. That's how it's supposed to go. Let me check something really quick, okay, guys? Just give me a second. Alright, I'm ready to go.
Right. The cliff is just ahead at the end of the old city. Beyond that is the refinery's backyard.
So what? It's a sheer drop? The refinery's not connected to the city at all?
No, it was only built 2 years ago. There should be a narrow path around there that leads to the plant. It is protected by a fence, but probably you can cut your way through.
Probably.
Don't get cocky. Most likely it is Desperado running security down there.
Oh, there's an item up there, okay. And there's item to the left of me as well. But that I have noticed before.
Watch out! They keep on coming!
Let them. I hate those little robots. That's a C rank? Oh my god. Okay, no. I'm not doing this on C rank. That's just not happening.
Watch out! They keep on coming!
Still a C? Okay, whatever, man. Yeah, there were two boxes over here. One over here, and one upstairs on that container. Or those containers, rather, should I say. Is there something behind over here? Yeah, no, the game doesn't really allow me to go over there.
Dolcev and his team must be in here. Find him.
There was a second camera over here. Or at least I was pretty sure there was. And there is, and I just stepped right into it. God damn it. Alright, nothing else in this room. I can move forward.
Raiden, wait. There are active IR sensors in the area.
Oh, those
Not
IR
factory
sensors.
Security, no doubt, but the enemy may be using it.
I need to be more careful with the IR sensors because they can be avoided with this vision. And I'm simply not using this mode often enough. I should really start doing that. Whatever, dude. Any other items? There's a one item in the corner over there. Or is it behind the corner? Like 2 items over here? Or behind those containers? I wonder if I can destroy those containers. I probably can do something about this. Okay, I can like, easy run over here. Alright, there we go. Raiden? Why don't you climb over here? There we go, there's another blue. That's definitely gonna give you 190. Okay, that's endurance +1. Oh, I get it right now. That means there's still one more box somewhere. That's gonna give me the last 10% of health. How did I not get detected by this lasers beyond me? You know what? Screw this. I'm just gonna use one missile on that thing. If only the analog controller would be a little bit more merciful. That should do it. No flash photography achievement. Okay, is there any other there is one. Right down below me. It's between the containers, isn't it?
Nice hiding spot. Wonder where he learned that from.
MIBs? Wait, there's even MIBs? I didn't even knew about that. that you can find like deserting soldiers in the entire game. Wow, this I'm gonna be honest. This game unlocks more and more and more things for me, and I love that. I genuinely love that. Okay, no more other items. Nope. Okay, I can move. Alright, at this point I can go for Mistral. Because I know that every single other item in this area has been cleared out. I have all the secrets, I guess. So let's go for it.
I was wondering when you'd come, Jack the Ripper.
No one calls me that anymore. Dosaev, where is he?
Fucking dead.
I can show you a better time than that crusty old bear.
He's married.
You're in charge here.
I am Mistral, the cold wind of France. And you, your reputation precedes you. Liberian, but white as snow. A natural-born killer, even as a child.
That was a long time ago.
I was born in Algeria myself, you know. I'm only half French.
And?
We had our own civil war in the 90s. So you see, cut from the same cloth, you and I.
You don't know me.
I lost my whole family, everything. But I butchered those fuckers. My family's killers. That's when I realized I am a killer too. And a good one at that. I slaughtered dozens in Iraq, in Afghanistan. I'd found my calling.
Proud of that, are you?
What happened, happened. To be honest, I found it quite dull. My enemies fell like domino, one after another. Not once did I feel threatened. I was adrift, without challenge, without purpose. At times, I even envied my prey. At least they had a cause to die for. And then, I met him.
Booba.
Who?
And I knew what I had been missing. His ideals gave my life meaning. Ideals, Jack. What are yours?
I protect the weak.
Still? So naive.
And if I must kill to protect them, then so be it.
It seems we have less in common than I thought.
I'll take that as a compliment.
If you would kill for your ideals, then surely you are ready to die for them.
Time to ruin that silly haircut of hers.
Come, Monga.
Okay, target. Okay, so I can parry the bombs. That's good to know. Oh, she's gonna send her children in. Yeah, she will.
Something special just for you. Keep trying, boy. Over here.
Stage 3? Yep, stage 3.
This ends now.
So you say. Yeah, the small robots are making it more difficult.
It is over.
For you, maybe, not for me.
Don't fuck with me, boy.
And that, yep, that's the end of her. That's pretty much the end. Please tell me that it's at least A rank. A rank, okay, good. Nice. I'm definitely taking this game slower, but
Your vitals are dropping.
I lost.
I'm definitely learning. And to see how big of a potential pairing he has in this game. Oh, I don't have any tea anymore.
Wait. No. Hold on.
I am sorry. He was too much.
I do not need apology. I need you alive.
But I know you will never fall.
What is this talk about?
Oh, there goes 2 or 3.
The two won't go.
Je t'aime, Mister. You never.
Yeah, he's a 2 or 3.
She's not talking to you, idiots.
You killed her! You vile nuts! Murderer!
That's rich coming from you. It's overdose, I have. Surrender.
Translation?
He basically calls you a son of a bitch.
I surrender. You are exactly where I want.
Shit.
Built with Russian money to make Russian money. It is no plan for outcasts.
It didn't even need it to be translated from Russian to English because we have the same word in Polish. On the Wii in Poland, we are using a slightly more harsh version.
Damn. Crazy son of a bitch.
Because you can basically call somebody a son of a bitch and you can somebody literally a son of a whore.
I see.
And we have both the distinctions.
We're sending a helicopter. Secure an LZ.
Understood.
Yeah, yep, that's a chapter end. Nice. I think this is gonna be an A rank. C. And I still missed like 2 places where you can get a combat. I think the other 2 locations are basically locked beyond the difficulty level, I think. I could be wrong. Yeah, I'm gonna customize my blade because I have a blade to customize. No, that's not body, main weapon. enchantment. No, that's not the main blade that I have. There we go, that's the main blade. Okay, absorption and energy. And I have just enough to buy the strength, but do I have anything? I don't want to buy a wig. Life and fuel cell is already complete, so I guess the only thing that I can really do is to go for the strength enhancement for the blade, so I can deal the maximum damage output. And then after the next 2 chapters, it's gonna be absorption and energy. I missed just a very little to go on the another enhancement. Oh well. I'm not gonna customize body. I think the body customization I'm gonna leave as the very last thing to do in this game. I didn't even switch the cutscenes. That's whatever.
So you've got some kind of disguise lined up, right?
Yep, all set.
Perfectly prepared.
You'd be a little conspicuous just walking the streets.
Relax, Kev. I'll blend right in.
Oh yes.
Yeah. Well,
totally hidden and camouflaged.
Hopefully anyone who notices you will just mind their own business.
You could just use the freaking box to camouflage himself.
9,000 there along for this one?
I had the good doctor make some adjustments along with the repairs. Remote piloting and AI wiping have been disabled. So yeah, I say let's throw him a bone.
Wordplay. My exoskeleton resembles a canine. Canines enjoy bones. Amusing on 2 levels.
2 points of karma on Reddit.
Let's go.
The sewers with the gorillas. I also need to learn how to fight against gorillas. Which parrying move is good against them? If I can even parry them, because they have a charge attack.
¿Quién es ese güey? ¿Un mariachi? ¿No? ¿Un cyborg? Ese sombrero. ¿Qué?
Adios, amigos.
¿Viste? Qué raro, ¿eh? Hay que hacer que no lo vimos. Vámonos ya.
It's right. I'm in the sewer system.
All right, let's get started. Your mission's to investigate the Desperado-affiliated research center somewhere in that area. According to the intel from our client, the lab's been dumping illegal waste into those sewers. FYI, they're also involved with the cartels in human trafficking. Allegedly, anyway.
This just gets better and better.
Tell me about it. We need you to infiltrate the lab and find out everything you can. Of course, you'll have to find it first. We still don't know the exact location.
So I'm looking for anywhere the lab might hook up with the sewers?
Yep. If they're actually dumping waste, they've got to link up somehow. Find that connection, sneak into the lab, and see if you can find evidence implicating them on anything.
No problem. Stealth's my specialty.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
Well, we'll see.
Not with the
Do we
gorillas.
have any idea what kind of research they're doing there?
Not really. Maybe something related to all the people they're trafficking.
Like experimentation?
It's possible. First things first, though. Find a way into that lab. Oh, right. It says here the locals say black crocodiles live in those sewers, so you know, watch out.
Black crocodiles? Could they be talking about UGs?
Maybe just an urban legend.
This is actually a missed opportunity to throw in a Metal Gear 1 reference. Black crocodiles. Is there an intruder besides me?
Sir, yes, sir.
Commence operation.
Like, this is a wasted opportunity, in my opinion.
Right. Unidentified UGs are patrolling the sewers. Exercise caution.
Because in the Metal Gear Solid 1, when you sneak in the sewers, not in the sewers, in the ventilation shaft at the beginning of the game, you have this exact line. Is there an intruder besides me? Also, gorillas were... These guys were visible in very first noticed in the very first trailer for Metal Gear Solid Rising.
Better take out that UG quick. Don't want to attract too much attention down there.
Okay, so you can parry them. Another thing that I have noticed, and something that is good to learn, obviously, A rank, thank you. When the enemy is going red, that is the attack that I can 100% parry. And that was a wasted opportunity to execute a stealth attack on the gorilla, but it's fine. It's whatever. We got a second guy anyway. Okay. That's gonna be also an A rank because I can see that I took 3% of damage. Not a big deal. It is what it is. I'm looking for boxes because I still need to find 10% of the additional health. And I have no finest idea where could that be. Okay, so this is the alternative path. If I want to like avoid the gorillas. Oh, hold up. There's a VR mission that I haven't picked. Yeah, and yes, I'm using the Mistral polearm because I really like it. Any kind of weapon, at least I used to think like this, any kind of weapon that can allow me to distance myself and deal a lot of damage from a distance was good. But I want to explore every single possible system that this game offers. That includes parrying. I already know how the counters work because I learned the counters while fighting Jetstream Sam.
Right. There is a boy in these sewers.
Yeah, I'm actually waiting for these guys to just jump down their own. And actually I realized, by standing here, no, but seriously, I realized that actually polearm is very good against the little handy boys, as I call them. I think their real name is Scarabs. I don't remember because they had their premiere in Metal Gear Solid 4. But I do believe that polearm is actually like the best thing. Oh yeah, the EMP. Did I just kill both of them at the same time? If I did, that's great. A rank. B. I can do this one better. I know I can do this one better. And there we go. Already prevented the EMP. Okay, the camera I have decided to suddenly switch. I didn't press D, Y, B. What to me it's triangle, circle. Could go better, could go worse. I think this was good enough. If it's gonna give me A, I'm gonna be happy with this. There we go. Much better. Practice makes perfect.
¿Estás bien?
What you say?
Oh.
Me a Guyanese from Guyana. You speak English?
Yeah, I'm from America. Call me Ryden.
Me name George, like Georgetown.
George.
Yeah, George Sears. He doesn't like the name George.
Yeah. So what are you doing here?
Me?
I really need to play Metal Gear Solid 2 so everybody can actually
Ninja hideout, ninja man.
know why Raiden reacts to the name George so badly. There's this.
You know about it?
This game has real love put into it because they. Oh my god, the attention to detail. I'm getting way too excited to talk about
I guess
it.
you're alright. If you're a cyborg, you know who Day is?
Sort of. What happened to you?
Oh, me been live on the street, rake and scrape for a bob, nah? Then this good need dressed like the mafia say, hey boy, you want a job? What the worst gonna happen, nah? But that mother scum don't put me on a ras boat. They pack us all a big old dirty container. Next thing we know, we're here at that zombie lab.
All kids? Like you?
Yeah, a lot of boy. But then me been over here what them skunt wanna do. Snuff us out. And got all the organ.
So you ran?
Uh-huh. Is shame me not a bad-ass robot ninja man, same as you. Me been strongest cyborg ever. Warlock all them phantoms in black clothes that eye pass me.
Starting to sound like a bad guy yourself.
Just playing, nah? Me done plenty bad thing. But me not kill no man. Nah, never.
Good.
Me tried to warn the boy. I say, IOD's brain gonna get cut out. Run your ass out of there. But them boy with me no understand. They like Spanish or something. So me the only one for escape. Then that machine come after me and...
And I know the rest. George, I need every detail about how you escaped.
Oh.
So the kid got into the sewers through a drainage channel?
Yeah, he says the channel is super tight, but there's some kind of shutter next to it.
Got it. That must be where they dump the waste.
There's something else. It sounds like a Desperado exec was on site yesterday. If a Sentry Cyborg was on hand for the meeting...
You should be able to review their video log, provided you can find a server access terminal. That would give us the evidence we need, as well as a little peek at the level of their technology.
So what about the kid?
I made sure the area was secure and told him to sit tight. Can you pick him up?
Sure. I'll send a couple agents for him. You just focus on getting into that lab. If what he said is true about the organs, we need to hurry.
Agreed. Riding out.
Okay, I also need to make sure that I didn't miss any like boxes with health.
Heavy UG activity ahead. It is possible they are conducting test operations while the lab is closed.
They're not going to make it easy to get into that lab. There's some way you could sneak past? It's a box.
It's a reference.
How's that gonna help? Oh, it's for medical supplies. That could work, actually.
There's a box down there. I don't know if I can actually do this stealthily. I really doubt it. And I just fucked up. I just fucked up because I should just wait a moment and then just wait a moment, click on him to perform a stealth kill, and that would save me some time. I never did this part like as the game desires, you know, stealthily.
Backup during your last fight. The caller's position is on your Soliton radar. You can engage if you wish. It is your choice.
You can bet your sweet cheeks I'm going to engage.
You're under attack! Keep on coming! Get off!
Alright, not bad. Still a little baby robot that is left.
Good, Raiden, very good.
And A rank. I'm happy with that. Hard superior in flamethrower. If not impossible. Okay, do we get any? Oh yeah, there was a one box over here somewhere. Like right down below me and nothing around. Yeah, it's right below. I'm still looking for the final 10% of health.
Raiden, I have determined the approximate location of the lab based on the boy's information. It is marked on your Soliton radar.
So this is where the map also marks the enemy for me. Is there anything else in the area? Doesn't look like it. And I know for a fact that if I'm gonna kill one of these guys, they're gonna constantly respawn. I learned that on my first playthrough. But it doesn't stop me from learning how to perform a stealth attack.
fake wall projection. Pretty well hidden, I gotta say.
Even more webcams. Any boxes? No, there's only like electrolyte pack, an additional box, which honestly in this game, that's a game that's supposed to be a slasher game. Playing it passively, as I currently do, it's actually not recommended. I simply want to learn this game. I really do.
Ah, this would appear to be the UG maintenance area. You should find a terminal there. Something they use to upload mission parameters to the UGs.
And something I can use to access the lab's main server?
Perhaps. But first you need to take a dump.
Wait, what?
A dump? A digital optical
Because of
output
his German
multiplexing.
thick accent,
You'll need
Gump
one
would
to
say like
interface
dump.
with the terminal. Most any UG should suffice. A tripod or the like.
That is also a reference to Metal Gear Solid 2, to one of the...
Simply connect to it. You should be able to use your communications outlet to control the proxy UG.
Alright, let's give it a shot.
Charles is living in the middle of a city. In the Metal Gear Solid 2, you have a conversation about like activating the node, and the writer was like, nerd? Not nerd. Node. So I'm supposed to be stealthy over here, eh? Oh, I'm plenty stealthy.
Right. I thought you said stealth ops were your special.
B rank, yeah. Actually, no. I'm gonna try to restart and do it stealthily for the second time. I'm not gonna do it for the third time. But I am definitely willing to learn. I want to get the praise from Kevin. I need to figure out the patrol routes.
Right.
The gang have decided that I need to attack a different guy, even though I hold... whatever. It's fine. Let's try. If that's gonna fail, I'm still gonna move forward. I really want to do this stealthily. No, that is my target. The guy that's down there. That's right. Now move back. Yeah, I'm not gonna do anything.
Right.
Oh my, okay, whatever.
I thought you said stealth ops were your special.
I'm not gonna do it stealthily. Screw that. I'm okay with the B rank. I'm okay with a B rank. Oh, whoa, okay, now you're giving me an S rank. Sure, I mean... At this point, I don't know how this game calculates the points anymore. I'm still happy with what I got. Okay, come on. Okay, you're just using a gun, so it's a whatever. A slice, a dice. Of course he would give me a C. Because not enough people got cut with Zandatsu.
For now, yeah. But that room, those were cyborg brain casings.
Duh, we saw.
George said they were harvesting organs from kids.
Yes, this must be why they are trafficking children. Perhaps other organs are being sold elsewhere, but they are definitely taking the brains.
Jesus, are they making these kids into cyborgs?
Wait, the cyborgs you've been fighting, did they seem like they might be kids? You said earlier that child soldiers have a telltale approach to combat.
Yeah, but I didn't see it here. Those weren't kids.
So, what? Desperados just doing the surgeries there?
We've got to do something about all those brains. And the other kids George was talking about. He just escaped a few hours ago. They couldn't have taken all their brains out that fast.
True. There could still be a bunch of kids they haven't touched yet.
I better move.
That sounds very, very wrong. Ah, yeah. The little robot parts. I need to be stealthy about it. Stealthy. I mean, hell, I can try at least. The objective is not to get noticed by the human soldiers.
Now, use it to locate a data input terminal.
Everybody else is irrelevant.
These guys are pretty jumpy now. Any funny business, and they might just open fire.
Try latching onto cyborgs' heads from behind. Then, an electric shock should knock them unconscious.
Can I interact with you? No, I don't think I can, because the button would like show up. There would be a blimp. Yeah, I just got kicked. Getting kicked means nothing, because it doesn't raise the alarm state. Never mind. They probably noticed me paralyzing one of the guys. You missed. Ain't gonna be Ronaldo, not this season. Oh, there's something. A photo.
There. He's here.
No, I'm not. Where was that spot? God damn it. It definitely wasn't here. Contact these nuts. I think yeah, it was above over here. Now they're gonna go caution, caution to evasion because it's a Metal Gear game. Can I perform? No, I cannot. But I have one target over here, one target behind me. That was shocking. Okay, there's only one more guy above. If we're gonna be fast enough, I will still be able to shock him. There we go. Dwarven Raiden, or Dwarf Raiden, that's a Steam achievement. And these guys are not gonna cause me any trouble anymore. I need to find a panel like this for a door. I have absolutely forgotten where that panel was. I feel so embarrassed right now. So it was somewhere above, I think. I'm also stupid, because there's a map that shows me exactly the location of my objective, and I just blatantly refuse to look at it, because, hey, I'm UncleLander. D rank. Well, whatever.
Most likely designed to download mission data and such into the UGs. Let's try using it to access the lab.
Hey Holtz,
server.
how are you doing? Glad to see you here. Hope you're doing well.
Raiden, I found something. In one of the Sentry Cyborg's visual logs. Guess who shows up?
Patch it through.
Right away.
Doing good, glad to hear that.
Then send us what you do have. We've already commenced the outplaying. The Sears program.
I'm doing alright. I'm still learning the game.
Used on the kids in Liberia.
But I think I managed to figure out the pairing. Enemies give you a lot of windows for pairing in this game, I've realized. Like, it's basic, it's probably based on difficulty, but there's really quite a forgivable window between where you can just attack and be ready for a parry. I think that window is gonna change on every difficulty.
Each brain has its own unique requirements. It's not like we can just pop them out with an ice cream scoop. All right, you've made your point. Oh, thank you for understanding.
Send what you have now or destroy any unharvested inventory.
Okay? But have you any idea what they cost?
Last I checked, children weren't exactly rare in the part of the world. Millions of them, in fact. You can get more once we set up a new lab. They lead lives of hunger and pain. We're performing a service here for them and the cities they burden.
But just gathering the donors required a significant investment.
Yes, you'll get the money. Accounting will be in touch.
Gracias. I assure you we will dispose of our inventory the instant we can confirm payment.
Are we done here? I've got a full slate today. Tecumseh is a demanding mistress, and America has suffered long enough.
He said Tecumseh.
Thank you, sir.
He said funny word. Monkey Bringo.
You see that, Kev? Inmani's killer.
Desperado's chief of operations goes by Sundowner, the Californian wildfire.
The kids.
Think we're too late?
Only one way to find out. George was still alive. Maybe the payment hasn't come through yet.
Maybe. But you heard what he said. They've already started some brains on VR training.
There must be more than just what I found here. What about the VIP in the suit?
I'll find out. He definitely seemed familiar.
Right. I'm going after the kids.
Yeah, I don't know. There's this one trick that I have found in the video, because there's this guy who did a S-only rank of this game on the maximum difficulty, and what he did, he basically went for the blade mode, and he somehow he was still able to move. I have no idea how did he done that. Like, he was basically able to stealthily move around and, like, not even raise a single point of suspicion. Because in blade mode, every single enemy moves slower, too.
We can't find George.
What?
Maybe the coordinates you sent us were off?
No way. I merged the GPS location of our entry with all my movement data from that point on.
This is bad.
You think they got to him first?
I don't know. I'll have our guys sweep the area.
Thanks. I better keep moving.
Oh, this is the tank battle. Alright, this is gonna be fun. Are there any boxes? Yeah, there's one over there. Hollow chip. Okay, I still need 10% more health.
This bastard is blocking the way. Push that thing back. Careful, it is whole new battle now.
Oh my god. Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah. That's a restart. That was a restart.
Switch to biped mode. Careful, it is whole new battle now.
Yeah, another restart. Because once you get stunned, he just fires missiles, and that is just.
Careful, it is whole new battle now.
Okay, that was much better. Didn't parry that. Intriguing. That's gonna be a B. A rank. Okay, I'm happy with an A rank. At least I'm correcting the ranks that are basically below on previous playthroughs.
Stephen Armstrong, as in Colorado Senator Stephen
Trans
Armstrong.
brand
They're already
formers.
talking about him as a shoe-in for the nomination.
Bud
in
Light
2020.
in your face.
And get this, 2 years ago, a federal grand jury investigated his ties to a certain private...
World Marshal, one of the biggest PMCs out there. I remember.
The biggest, ever since the Big Five split up. Not to mention the single largest investor in military cyborg R&D in the world. Guess that answers the question of who's backing Desperado.
Marshall and Desperado in bed together. Should make for some fun headlines.
Headlines? This is World Marshal and a U.S. Senator we're talking about. There won't be any headlines. Even without the Patriots filter, no major media outlet will investigate.
Yeah, well, from this point on, I'm gonna call this guy Transformer.
Financial and political suicide.
So we just what? Sit back while they keep carving up kids.
Discount Timus Prime.
Build an army of cyborgs. You heard them.
Discount Transformer.
We shut down one lab, they build another. They're planning something big, Kev. We can't just wait for it to happen. We need to hit them first and hit them hard where it counts.
No, Raiden, no. I know what you're thinking, and
just play that memed Transformer noise in the background, and it's just quality.
And law enforcement in Denver was privatized and farmed out to...
Marshall, yes, so what? They are still laws, and it's their headquarters, for Christ's sakes. You'd be heading right into the heart of a raging shitstorm.
I didn't say it would be easy. We'll figure it out once the kids are safe.
Jesus Christ. Kevin, out.
Okay, are there any boxes in the area? Doesn't look like it. There's someone behind the door. Oh, that was not intentional, but whatever. I'm gonna need that, thank you. No. There we go. Free BP. And I think at this one I will be able to basically fix the Muramasa blade and spend money on any other weapon if I so desire. I think I'm gonna do the Sundowner's blade next.
They must have begun preparatory freezing.
What do you mean?
That device is filled with synthetic blood plasma. It can slow the metabolism of a harvested organ, circulating this plasma to sustain oxygen levels. You can preserve an arm, a brain, any body part for several hours.
So what are they freezing, and why?
I could not say. Perhaps they plan to sell off the organs of the children they were told to dispose of.
Unbelievable.
You had best hurry, Raiden.
Right.
If they were chaotic neutral, they would freeze the organs and just sell them to the people who are needing those organs for the other children. And then because they're also kind of evil, they could microchip the organs so they can find the kids, kidnap them, and then harvest their brains all over again. That is super fucking evil. It's not even chaotic. That's not even a chaotic neutral.
Shit. Hey, stop right there.
And I believe that this doctor is actually a reference to Dr. Madnar from the original Metal Gears.
You've heard of chloroform? A potent anesthetic in smaller doses. But breathe too much of it? And adios, muchachos. Break that glass, and I'll blow his brains out. Surrender, or decide the needs of the many or the needs of the few.
Raiden, don't worry about me now.
Quiet, pendejo. Surrender. I won't ask again.
George, are you sure?
I'm ready. Me life now so precious. Ting, what if me can take this skunt to hell with me?
Cállate.
That's all I needed to hear.
Stop it! Now! I'll kill him, I swear!
Oh, you can try. If there's one thing that could be said about this doctor, he's a half the man he used to be. Oh my god, Randy, you ruined the cutscene. You just ruined the cutscene. You suck. Really? B rank? Oh, because I got one C and D rank, but a sauce. It's fine. It's fine. Okay, let's customize the blade. Alright, unique weapon. I could go for Sundowner's Blade. At least I could try it out, because I'm not gonna go for kunais. Kunais are just not even kunai. How do you call those size? There we go. Pincer blades. And how much of this I can enhance? Well, not a lot anymore because I don't have any more money, but it's definitely gonna help. Wait, there's a new skill available. Oh, because right, the pincers also they have own abilities. Right. Probably shouldn't spend all that money on upgrading strength on the blades. It's whatever right now.
Baffled by the statement, police are still investigating a motive. President Hamilton is on his way to the Middle East this morning for his scheduled visit with Pakistani President Farouk Salam. The meeting is viewed as an attempt by the U.S. to strengthen relations amidst a surge of anti-American sentiment in the region.
Yo, me ninja brother!
George, good to see you up and about. How you feeling?
Never better, nah? No pain, no more for while them hunger space eat, and me never ever feel so awake, nah?
That's because your blood sugar levels are being maintained automatically. Beats the hell out of coffee.
But it doesn't replace the taste.
Here you go while I got them scone in the base. Why the rest of you not take me with ya, huh?
Damn it, Doc. Sorry, kid. You'd just be in the way.
Aw.
Besides, I thought you didn't want to be a killer, right?
Me don't, but...
Killing isn't fun and games. Remember that.
Right.
Oh, little kid got disappointed because he was not gonna be able to murder a bunch of people.
That's all I needed to hear.
It yearns to bathe in the blood of your enemies, but you hold it back.
Yeah, just remember that.
Blood for the Blackguard!
What is this, Garnia? You cannot resign.
Sorry, Boris.
Hey, Massive.
It's done. Can't have a Maverick employee involved in a corporate raiding now, can we?
You could at least come talk to me.
No. It was time to break away from the old team, Boris. Past time.
You cannot take on Marshall all by yourself.
I won't sit by while they butcher little kids and ship their parts around like meat. It's sick.
It's not all so simple, Ryder. They import those brains legally. For medical purposes, it's all done.
Being legal doesn't make it right.
Ryder,
Hold that thought.
Fuck you, asshole! Him just calling him an asshole freaking just jumps out of nowhere, man. And there goes Tesla Model 69. Nice.
I will patrol ahead.
Military Cyborg, you are not licensed to operate in this area. You're in violation of state and federal law.
Guess you better arrest me then.
183-104.7, threatening a peace officer. Deadly force is authorized.
I kind of wanted to catch this guy in the midair. Come on, parry. I want to parry you. There we go. What do we have in an RPG guy? Okay, now I know where he is. And there's always a bonus objective over here, so I'm gonna definitely get it. I believe that's gonna be B or C rank at best. Yeah. And this takes a little bit too much and too long to repeat this, so I'm not going to.
Through the buildings, you will follow me.
Unless I'm gonna just simply practice chapters until I'm gonna reach the S rank. Oh, hello there. I need to deal with double discount transformers, fine. Hope we're doing well, Massive. Hope everybody's doing well this Saturday. S rank? Yeah, thank you. No damage too. Nice. Okay, are there any
Requesting this
boxes?
zone be designated for heightened security. Roger. Upgrading security status.
The alien with the blade is just so weird for some reason to me. I don't know why. Sometimes it works, sometimes it just doesn't want to work at all. Okay, is that all the boxes? There's one red target. Two red targets, actually. One of them is a captain. He might have a left hand for me. Never mind. Well, okay, he doesn't have the left hand. I know that I'm missing a couple left hands in this game too. I just have no finest clue where they are.
Backup during your last fight. The caller's position is on your Soliton radar.
And there goes the bonus.
You can engage if you wish. It is your choice.
Naturally, I will engage.
Here comes more of them.
baby, a quad. A rank, please. That deserves an A rank. Come on. Thank you. That felt good. We are definitely making progress within the game. I'm definitely learning. It takes me longer to beat all of those areas, but you know, I'm okay with learning the areas. I'm not, you know, bothered at all with the fact that I'm losing a little bit of time. It's not a speed run. It's a scrub run. If you're a scrub like me, you're gonna want to learn this game. How do I get over there? Do I have to just trust the ninja mode to basically make me jump over there? Because there's no button as far as I know. Nope, the ninja mode is not gonna take me there. Okay. So let's try with time jumping. Easier than a cake. Okay, where was the box? The game previously told me that... Oh, the box is right over there. There we go. It's only got a flashbang.
Raiden, what's your status?
They trashed my car. I'll have to go the rest of the way on foot.
Do you really have to do this?
Look, I'm fed up with all of it. Companies like ours, yours, bend the laws when it suits business. Why not bend it when it can save innocent lives?
Raiden.
Boris, listen to me. That VR training, they'll be warped into killing machines. They'll be set on POWs, civilians. It'll be one atrocity after another.
Like what you went through.
We can't have any more Jack the Rippers. You saw what happened with George. I'm doing this, Boris. I have to. I can't save those kids from becoming cyborgs, but I can stop them from becoming murderers.
Say you succeed. Say you get all the brains back. Then what?
Just so happens I know un great cybernetic surgeon.
Doctor. But he cannot...
You won't change my mind, Boris. This is my fight now.
And your wife and son? What of them?
They're in New Zealand. Safe. Rose would understand why I have to do this.
All right, damn you. You do realize Marshall has the contract for law enforcement throughout the city. They are the law in Denver.
Yeah, we've met.
Well then. Officially, Maverick Incorporated condemns you and your actions as unlawful. And a pain in the asshole.
I wonder if they can write into the report that somebody is a pain in the ass, like literally word by word.
And unofficially?
I'll do all I can over the codec to help. I do not like what those Mudaki are doing any more than you.
Spasiba, Tavarish. Spasiba.
Any boxes? Not in this area. Okay. Yeah, New Zealand. Why not? I've never been to New Zealand, but I heard it's beautiful. And also, isn't it the place where they filmed the Lord of the Rings movie? All three of them? Oh my god, this... Yeah, that's Raiden. That's Raiden, alright. What? Did he just piss on me? A C? Bruh, no. This is not a C. This ain't gonna be a C. okay. I'm okay with B. I guess I need to practice this chapter as well.
Use it to reach the roof. Traveling atop buildings will minimize enemy encounters.
Nobody expects the Spanish Inquisition.
Little box at the rate of 12. Thank you very much for the raid. Appreciate it. Welcome everybody. I'm UncleLander. I'm a variety video game streamer. Currently playing Metal Gear Rising, trying to get better at the game. But I'm also playing a variety of other video games like Fallout, Elder Scrolls, Dark Souls, you name it, I play it. Hope you guys are having a good Saturday, and I'm happy to see you guys here. How are you guys doing? Let me also give you a shout out while I can. Underscore boxes, not box. S-O box. There we go. Is that good? Yep. You also were playing Metal Gear Revengeance. Nice. Hope you're enjoying the game, because I definitely do. You're welcome. Yeah, I need to use Zandatsu more.
Raiden, you will find an elevator inside that office. Use it to reach the roof.
I don't want to use Zandatsu because I know that just slashing these guys is like good enough. Technically a third, but the second one was kind of bad. So on the third one I decided to be, you know, to learn a little bit more about the video game. Rank 8, there we go, that's much better. The game is really reliant on me to use Zandatsu all the time, which I don't think it's that necessary.
Now. I have hired contractors to handle shipping the brain units. We should be airborne in just a few minutes.
You sure you can pilot that chopper by yourself?
Right, of course. Need I remind you that we live in the golden age of unmanned flight? Even manned helicopters possess a robust semi-automatic mode. It is simple, really.
I'm taking this game slowly, one difficulty level at a time.
World marshal security from the pilot seat. I must say, for the world's
when I'm gonna be confident enough that I can actually, you know, go on a higher difficulty, then I will.
Sadly, I did not have the necessary permissions to override.
But I definitely will beat this game on every difficulty level because it's a good game.
The data I did find should prove most useful. So please, do feel free to contact me whenever you like.
Appreciate it, Doc.
Well, it's not every
a little bit of jank now and there, but
think of the data.
It's nothing that I can deal with.
Of course, your personal safety was a concern as well.
Okay, no boxes over here, and this is the jump that I do not really like this jump. I really don't. I always tend to fail this one for some reason. Or something like this happens.
Raiden, what's happened? You're supposed to be stronger than this.
I hate that. I genuinely hate that. Like, I need to release the R2 button. Because otherwise I'm gonna consistently fail the jump, or the moment then where I need to jump.
HQ, we could use some support. Roger that. Sending back up.
And
this can't be happening. Raiden?
This game sucks. This game sucks. I changed my mind. I immediately changed my mind. At the third playthrough, I considered this game to be the worst on the planet Earth.
HQ, we could use some support. Enemy sighted.
Okay, this guy doesn't have a left hand? Okay. One difficulty at a time. What difficulty are you playing before easy? There's no difficulty before easy? I did my first playthrough of this game on easy difficulty because it was something to introduce myself. I don't usually play slasher games. The moment I have beaten the entire game...
Raiden, respond!
The moment I have beaten the entire game on easy with all the coded conversations that I could possibly catch, I went on normal difficulty. And on normal difficulty I realized that I suck. So I finished that playthrough and I'm doing the second one right now. So I can actually learn the game and play it properly. That's all there is. And if I'm gonna feel confident enough, or if I will feel like I want to play on hard difficulty, then I will. There's nothing else to be said. If I'm playing a video game, I'm not playing it just to show off and hey, look at me, I'm good, I am. Oh, really? A B? If I want to get good, I will get good. This is why the title of the stream says a scrub run. Practice makes perfect. Also, it's a weekend. I usually don't play games like this as my main projects, as I'm basically sorting the games that I enjoy playing even casually for the weekends, and during the main weeks I usually play totally different games. Like for example Elder Scrolls, I usually play Elder Scrolls games and Resident Evil games, Legacy of Kain, Silent Hills.
Very good.
So there are also like two... Oh, there's a civilian target over here. Okay. Can I actually perform a stealth kill on this guy? Yes, I can. You know, everybody starts from something.
But you're supposed to be cops. What do they do? Some things World Marshal does not.
Whatever. And they killed the guy. I think that cut off his left hand. Please tell me it did. It did. Freaking not. Okay. I'm gonna restart that because this guy had a left hand. And I really want to get it. I don't know how to get to them stealthily. And I know it's a slasher game, you're not supposed to, like, do this stealthily, but I really want to save this guy. For reasons of being an overachiever.
What do they do? Some things World Marshal does not appreciate.
You're on the company blacklist.
Yep, there we go. It's probably not gonna be even an A rank because, first of all, I got noticed. Second of all, these guys have killed the hostage. I mean, okay, there is red phosphorus grenade, smoke grenade that burns phosphorus. Yeah, there's even jamming grenade, electromagnetic grenade. I don't care about 3D photo frames. Maybe I should use, like, one of the grenades that I have over here to basically stun them, so that I can rescue the target. I need to, like, try that on the different playthrough.
You cannot proceed any further via the rooftops. There is a freight railroad underground. The elevator ahead will take you to it.
I actually love how Wolf will basically laugh at you, kind of point out that I'm stupid because I didn't thought about cutting the wires for the elevator. I actually love that. Then why I didn't play it? Because time is money, kind of. Not really.
This must be the railroad. It would appear so. Likely part of Denver's old system. This city was a major transport hub in the early years of freight trains. This particular line appears to have been abandoned some time ago. It was originally constructed to transport supplies to an underground factory. But now, it seems even the electrical system is no longer functioning.
Yeah, it's pitch black in here.
As a cyborg, I trust this is not a serious concern.
Nah, it is not a concern. So I can just spam this. Alright, that's another EM grenade. I have also learned by watching some people on YouTube that there is a way.
They still have not noticed you. Do not expose yourself.
That there's a way to basically deal with Monsoon by using some form of grenade. I really don't want to do that. I think Monsoon is one of my more liked boss fights in the game. Okay. Oh, that kind of failed. That's gonna be a second one approaching. Or not. Is there any other boxes in the area? There's one over there. And I also have noticed another gorilla. I don't even know how they are called. Is that a blue? No, just an item box. I still need to find the last 10% of health that is somewhere hidden in this game. Wait, what? Did... What the fuck was that? I almost had him and he just freaking escaped my grasp like this. Oh well. Oh no, the baby robots, what should I do? Oh, the scarabs. However they are named or called. Yeah, this guy's gonna notice me, but so whatever. Okay, how fast are you moving?
There is a maintenance shaft up ahead. Use it to return to the surface.
Get off!
There's some kind of an item over there. And there's also an enemy. Another gorilla. Please don't notice me. Yeah, don't turn. Mother load of bollocks. That's what it was. Yeah, he's gonna charge me. Oh my god. This is gonna be a bad one. This is definitely gonna be a bad one. It's probably gonna give me a D rank. Actually not. I wonder how bad you have to do to actually have your rank decreased. Just an item box? Yep. Constantly clicking the, I don't know, the radar, I'm gonna call it infravision. It's also not very good.
It would appear your
I actually consider it to be quite annoying.
Return to the surface. You will exit into an evacuated commercial district. Security is heavy, but you need not worry about collateral damage when engaging the enemy.
About time. Finally, I can cut loose.
Proceed to the right from the exit. You will find a stairway on your right. Those stairs lead to a shortcut to World Marshal Headquarters. Do not be distracted by the advertisements. You are not here as a tourist.
Sure. I'll just buy a
Did he just say advertisements instead of advertisements?
Raiden, we must hurry.
Are both forms of the same word is the same?
I understand your attempts at humor. I simply do not find them entertaining.
Yep, Wolf embracing his Redditor status, his meme.
Right. You have almost reached World Marshal Headquarters.
Okay, I see what I need to do. No. I'm cutting those things away.
It appears there are enemies on the overpass. I suggest cutting the road supports. That should bring it down.
Wait, the road... Okay, there's one more road support that didn't get cut. Yeah, it's a couple hits, maybe 2-3 hits from this, so A rank would be nice. If I'm gonna see a B rank, I'm gonna cry. There you go.
Enemy ahead, Raiden. Avoid fighting if you can.
Avoid fighting if I can, eh? Okay. I won't. Because they're gonna immediately notice me. Because this game hates me. Okay, I didn't even know that there was a hammer guy in the behind. I definitely have parried that one. If you have a bad camera view, the parrying can... If you have a bad camera view, parrying can be pretty spotty. Like, I know I have parried this attack, but the game considers that as a non-parry at all. A non-parry anyway. So it's kind of, okay, I guess. Is there a way to stealth this? I don't think there is. Because these guys, they're all... Yep, there's no. Okay, you don't have a left hand, so it's all good. I can just blast you all to oblivion.
LQ-84 Fenrir, unable to speak. A real dog has a far greater intellect.
Okay, didn't parry that one. Fine. Okay, restart. I'm not going for the C rank. At least a B. Give me that B. B or A? B or A or a bust? Because I really want to improve during this playthrough.
LQ-84 Fenrir, unable to speak. A real dog has a far greater intellect.
That should do it. And the rank is... There we go. I knew I can do it better. There's always a room for improvement.
Isn't this all a bit much? Any decent lunatic would have quit after Mexico.
Jetstream Sam.
I didn't drop the lab director in half. Old habits die hard, eh, Jack? But now here you are. The child soldier. fighting for the children. But you're a man on a mission, aren't you? Gonna fix everything. Just you and your little sword there. Solve everything with violence. Is that it?
My sword is a means to an end, to protect those you'd prey on.
Really? Let me ask you. All those cyborgs you've killed up to now, maybe they weren't kids, but they were people. You ever think about them? When you're chopping them into hamburger?
They're adults. They made their choice.
Just really is freaking mental manipulation.
Sure they signed up for this.
I'm based and you're cringe.
Usually they're no strangers to war. In fact,
Max's videos definitely warped my vision of this game, but Max's video also inspired me to play this game to begin with.
So yes, they sign up for surgery to fight God knows where. How else would you provide for your family when your country's embroiled in civil war? Pain receptors shut down, pumped full of fear-inhibiting nanomachines and sent right into the blender? Your blender? But they made their choice, right? Open your eye and see, Raiden.
I've seen plenty.
Then listen. Those battlefield emotions that the nanos suppress. Listen to them.
What are you talking about?
I'm still pretty intrigued on how nanomachines work after the SOP falls down to nothingness. It's a one thing that it's not really explained.
The way he killed all the others? Oh God. Please God, don't let me die.
Let's do this!
I have a family! This isn't fair.
Little punk.
Listen closely now.
Die!
I didn't ask for this life. I watched my wife and son die. This is all I had left.
You ain't shit!
Goddamn IED took my legs. I needed a job.
Stop!
I didn't know what I was signing up for.
Is something the matter, Raiden?
I've nearly saved enough to bring Mama to the States.
Finish him off!
Whatever it takes to be free of this torture.
Stop it!
What am I even fighting for?
Okay, where was that RPG? Because there's definitely somebody with RPG that just aimed at me. I think I see him. And the rank is a B. Yeah, I can understand why. Because I got to the RPG, also I could do this much better. And there goes here to the RPG again.
What am I even fighting for?
Okay, that should be better. Not only no damage. There we go, S rank. Didn't ask for this. but I'm happy that I got it.
Right.
Oh yeah, this is gonna be a monsoon, so I think it would be a good idea to take a break after monsoon. Yeah.
Not like you.
People are different.
As opposed to AIs? You're all the same, huh? You and your brothers. Manipulating mankind for our own good.
It appears my statement has upset you. I apologize.
No, it's... I know you're right.
As for AIs, we adapt as we learn. Just as any intellect operates, man or machine. Altering the course of mankind is not among my defined directives.
I guess that's a relief.
Samuel's behavior does not match established parameters.
You know him?
Affirmative. We served together on 3 previous missions. He proved most capable.
You think highly of him?
I have always found him dependable. Until now. Scouting data for the next area. I'll patrol ahead. You follow. Riley, your current emotional state appears highly volatile. I am sure you do not intend to abort the mission, but I suggest you avoid combat for the time being.
I also remember seeing the other guy just stealthing this entire sector. And out of pure curiosity, I'm gonna try to stealth kill this guy. If it's even possible. If it is, I'm gonna try to go through this entire section, stealth killing, and then go for monsoon. Does the game even allows to stealth kill? Nah, I don't think it does. Yeah. I'm unable to perform the attack with the bee, so I'm just gonna go ahead.
I am sure you do not intend to abort the mission, but I suggest you
I'm just going to go straight ahead and avoid every enemy, because I think this is the point of this section in the first place. Maybe I just mistook this section with something else. Finding monsoon over here is gonna be interesting, because this is where the pairing, especially when you're gonna throw a smoke grenade, that's gonna be interesting to do. And I'm really want to learn that, because I really like monsoon as a boss fight. Probably one of my most favorite boss fights ever. Not only because of the music that is playing in the background, but also because, you know, the overall aesthetic of the boss fight. I know for a fact that eventually I am gonna get noticed over here, because it's a part of a scripted scenario, per se. Yeah, it's right over here, I believe. Yeah, there's nothing I can do. Can I Zendatsu? Nope. Yep, I cannot even parry. Okay, now I cannot attack at all. Yep. There goes the scripted event.
Not so black and white now, is it? Is your cause just? Or is that just what you tell yourself? Fuck you.
Gonna start with a little bit of a lowered health,
away,
but it's fine.
Jack the Ripper. My name is Monsoon, of the Winds of Destruction.
Yeah. I guessed as much.
I also believe that Monsoon is a little bit underdeveloped when it comes to being a character. He doesn't show himself until now. And then he just gives you a pep talk, and that pep talk is a boss fight.
How easily you ignore the loss of life when it suits your convenience.
Maybe it's just me being biased towards Monsoon, because I really like
Who saves
him.
the weak from the man who saves the weak?
You're the ones exploiting them. You take advantage of their weakness. Of course they get hurt when you set them up as your human shield.
Kill or be killed, Jack.
Also, every single time he says memes, I think that the voice actor that was responsible for Colonel is the same guy that plays Monsoon. I don't know why. Their voices just sound so similar. Also, I am looking to the right for very specific reasons.
That this world and all its people are diseased. Free will is a myth. Religion is a joke. We're all pawns, controlled by something greater. Memes. The DNA of the soul.
He said it, oh my god.
They shape our will. They are the culture. They are everything we pass.
He said the line.
Expose someone to anger long enough, they will learn to hate.
Yeah, there it is. I don't care. I don't care what Monsoon says anymore. That is content.
How about full of shit? Is that a meme? You can't fight nature, Jack. Wind blows, rain falls, and the strong prey upon the weak. Ugh. Sam tells me you see your weapon as a tool. Something that saves lives. A means of justice. Now there's a pretty meme.
Bye, kitty.
Exquisite. It spared you the burden of all the lives you've taken.
I love animals.
Your guilt when you enjoyed it. That is until the illusion was broken. Don't be ashamed. It's only nature running its course. You have no choices to make, nothing to answer for. You can die with a clear conscience.
You're right. About me, I mean. I knew something was off. After the Patriots, I thought I could walk off the battlefield and into a normal life. But here I am, surrounded by death, arguing philosophy with terrorists. I told myself this was about justice, about protecting the weak, but I was wrong.
Then you admit it.
I learned young that killing your enemies felt good. Really good. In America, my friends, my family, they helped me forget the devil inside. But who am I kidding? I was born to kill! The bit about my sword, that means of justice stuff, I guess I needed something to keep the Ripper in check when I was knee-deep in bodies.
You?
But you, all this, is a wake-up call to what I really believe, what I really am.
What do you say?
I'm saying Jack is back. Doctor,
Turn off my cringe inhibitors.
What?
But Raiden, you lose subscriber.
This is madness. You
do it.
All right.
Pain. This is why I fight. This is my normal. My nature.
You've lost your mind.
Who's next?
I'll take this dance. No, Sam. Report back to the chief. He's mine. You're the boss. I misjudged you. You are like us after all.
Now you're just being nasty. That nickname you love so much. Wanna know how I got it?
You wanna know how I got these scars?
I'll give you a demonstration. I think it's time for Jack to let her rip.
Okay, target.
Fear the unseen much, Jack?
Okay, now he's sending rubbish against me.
This one's on me! Magnetic power! Left hand rule!
Those choppers are dropping all that stuff for a reason. Let me tell you this much. I think this is where I'm supposed to use that grenades that the chopper was dropping, but I never did.
Even aiming?
Ah, okay. Yeah, there goes camera. There goes camera perspective working against me. Yeah, this one I know I can avoid, but I've seen people actually parrying this. And I have no idea if I should give it parrying a chance. Yes, I can. Oh. Okay, okay. The more you know. The more you know. Yeah, he's gonna start throwing trash. No, you didn't.
Are you that stupid?
Okay, yeah, I need to run away.
So this is Jack's terrifying true form.
Oh, never mind, camera just moved me automatically. I mean, the game moved me automatically out of the range. It's not gonna be an S rank because I definitely took way too much damage, but I'm gonna be happy with an A rank.
Now what will you do, Jack Ripper? You're dead. Bullseye. Do as you please.
And there goes the boss fight. Definitely much, much faster. A rank, yep. I'm okay with that. S rank would be if I didn't took any damage, and I definitely took like a hit or
Don't be
two.
ashamed. It's only nature running its course. Your means end here.
I passed one to you. Sure as the sun will rise. The slaughter.
I want to learn how to destroy the Sundowner's little arm plates. There's definitely a method to that.
I return to the earth. Wind blows.
It's probably gonna be a good practice of manual Zendatsu aiming, not the just Zandatsu usage.
On the weak. All is as it should.
Because I know I can beat Sundowner by simply going around him, just striking him on the back and just parrying his other attacks, and that's it.
Raiden?
I'm fine, Kevin. Relax. I'll get the brains. I don't want this for anyone else.
All right, man.
Later.
I actually need to take a break over here because not only I'm out of tea, I also need to refresh myself a little bit. Wash my face. Just so I can, you know. Rank B. Yeah, 1 C rank, 1 B, and missed like 3 encounters. Don't know where those encounters are, but I'm looking forward to learning where they are. Yep, customize. Because I want to upgrade the Sundowner's weapon, but not even before that. I need to upgrade the skills for the Sundowner's weapons. Oh, so I can even pick a skill that I want. and upgrade them if I want to or not. Sky High, updating version 1, cyber body firmware that improves the reaction. Enabling a special upward thrust if we with this one. Okay, whatever. Okay, so now unique weapon, and let's upgrade this son of a bitch. Because I never managed to use it. Okay, that's the maximum upgrade. Skills are complete, so I can now move to another weapon. But I think, like I said, it's gonna be a good time to take a break. Like I said, I need a second cup of tea because I'm freaking empty, and this bottle of water also gonna get emptied in a microsecond because I need to take a magnesium pill. Anyway, I'm just gonna switch to the chat for a second. So yeah, so far I can truly say that I'm definitely learning about the game. I'm definitely moving better. I know how the parry works. And it's definitely gonna be much more easier for me to probably figure out Sundowner and also Jetstream Sam. Last week on Jetstream Sam was just horrible. I didn't know how to parry, and basically fighting him was a misery. The only way I figured out how to fight him was with the counters. So yeah. Anyway, thank you guys very much for watching. Little boxes, thank you very much for raid. Once again. Links to my YouTube, Discord, whatever you guys need is down below in the panels. Like I said, I'm only going to be taking a small break. Links, like I said, links already said that. If you guys are new to the channel and you enjoy the show, consider following me on Twitch. If you're watching this on YouTube, subscribe, ring the bell, slap the like, all the algorithm bullshit. If you guys want to support me in any way, you guys can do it on Twitch by subscribing to me via Prime Gaming regular Twitch subs. That's gonna give you ad-free viewing, some nice looking emotes. There's also option of bits on Twitch for even more unique emotes. And if you guys wish to support me in a more direct way, there's option of donations. Let me give you guys options. For people on YouTube, that's gonna be description, but for people on Twitch, that's panels and exclamation support. There you guys got 3 links. If you guys want to donate me like directly $1 or $2.05 or however much you guys want to, go ahead. It's all up to you. If you guys cannot, I appreciate you guys being with me and simply having a chat, having a conversation. If you guys just sitting back, chilling, enjoy the show, that's also fine with me as well. Well, anyway, like I said, I'll be back in around 10-15 minutes. So don't go anywhere. We're gonna continue Metal Gear Rising after the break. I'll be right back.